So let us understand that the fact that we want some more information does not mean there's something wrong with the information we have.
Nobody said there's something wrong.
I'm just putting it in context. I'm just putting. I think we will get there.
Okay.
I have seen the maps in the war room, district by district, etc. And I think if you notice this week earlier, the Ghana Health Service improved the reporting on their website by providing some semblance of the heat maps, etc., so that you can begin to see the areas that are looking red, etc. And we are asking for some more granular data. Let us remember that a lot of the things that are happening have caught all of us midway, and they are doing their best to catch up with it and provide some more nuanced data. In fact, the president has instructed that we give the data on the areas so that you have clarity that these are the areas that we mean when we say hotspot. And my expectation is that in the next week or so we will get to that level. But so far they've done pretty well in providing us a lot of broken down data that helps us in our analysis. And
but off the top of your head, are you able to say which communities are the hotspots now as it stands?
I would rather let the specifics be put out on the website so that we don't have any confusions whatsoever.
Okay, so 1,155, 550 I should say, cases now as of the last count.
And 155 recoveries.
And 155 recoveries and 11 deaths also. Yeah. The concern is, are we still aggressive as we said we were? Are we actually winning the fight? What really is going on? Give us an understanding.
I like that question, because when we say, and I heard your earlier promo question, that are we, or do we have the virus under control? It's a concept, having the virus under control. What does it mean? And the president explained it in his last address. You want to understand the dynamics of the variant of the virus in your country. You want to know the geographic footprint. You want to know the infection rate. You want to know what to do to cut into it. I think we've had a conversation about our positivity rate and infection rate, what we are doing to cut into it. We've just had a conversation about the geographic footprint of it and the dynamics elsewhere. While it is affecting older persons who have pre-existing conditions and therefore there's a higher mortality rate, it is not necessarily translating into those measures here. Those are the things that you put together to have it under control. One of the key things that Ghana is doing, and I think we should begin to notice that a lot of the things that Ghana is doing, the world is now catching up. If you follow this weekend in the UK, they are now talking about a mandatory quarantine of persons who are coming into the UK. It tells you two things. Yes, it tells you two things. One, they haven't totally closed their borders yet. They haven't. We, several weeks back, under the leadership and instructions of the president, we did that. And then we went further by introducing a mandatory quarantine, which is what gave us this 5.56 or so infection rate within that controlled cohort. But that also taught us a lesson which we now expanded nationwide about having controlled spaces in which you can do some more aggressive testing. They are now talking about the mandatory wearing of masks. We have had our Minister of Health issue the order in accordance with the Public Health Act, Act 851, which now makes it mandatory in Ghana for some categories of persons to wear masks. And I hope we'll have some time to go into it. So there are a number of things that we are doing that make our case and our scenario a bit different from what people are doing out there. And we're happy that some of the persons there are beginning to also learn from what we're doing here.